Peter, if you want to lead us
Yep.
off here on the NFC South, we'll start with the Bucks.
Oh my gosh! Like, what? How much drama has been going on with the Bucks for the past like 48 hours? I don't even know what to do with them anymore.
Yeah,
I have the Bucks finishing second at 8-9.
that's interesting. See, I had the Bucks finishing first at 9-8.
Well, okay, can we just give it a buck 50 right here with the NFC South? You can literally just again. I just want to point this out to everybody. We don't despise any team in the NFC South. We got no beef
Nope,
at all.
nope.
Honestly, this is a complete crapshoot, right?
Hmm.
You can make a very good argument that any team at any like literally, there could be a good valid argument, obviously not great, but not terrible for the Saints to win this division for crying out loud. And
Yeah,
that's a difference that I think how bad the NFC South is because I think personally for me, like I don't trust Todd Bowles as head coach. I think that he made some horrendous decisions at the end of last year that costed the Buccaneers to lose the division to the Carolina Panthers, which I think to me like there should have been at least some changes in the coaching staff after that happened. But I think overall, like with Vita Vea having a trade request, we don't know how that's going to pan out. Baker Mayfield still is having a contract dispute uh, with uh, with Tampa Bay. I just think overall, like again, injury bug has to leave Tampa, and I don't think it's going to. I think that that's the main reason why I have them like barely floating above 8 and 9, like
yeah,
8 and 9, where I'm like they're just like right there. I'm like, I just don't think they get it.
yeah. So my thought process with the Bucks is I think they're gonna be good enough, right? Obviously, 9-8 wins the division, in my opinion, which should tell you a lot about how I feel about this team. Or sorry, not this team, but this division. Um, I think that the key factors are going to be Bucky Irving returning and being healthy, and a healthier wide receiver core. Chris Godwin will be back for hopefully fully healthy season. Um, Obviously, Emeka Egbuka struggled with a little bit of injuries there late last year. But I'm kind of riding on the idea that Vita Vea doesn't get traded, right? I know he
Right.
requested a trade, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get a guy in there who, maybe it's contract dispute, right? Maybe it's he just wants to see a higher figure on the contract, right? So I'm riding on the fact that the Vita Vea trade doesn't go through because then I absolutely love the Vita Vea Ruben Bain combination on the defensive line
Mhm.
there. And so I'm kind of riding on the fact that Vita Vea doesn't get traded. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Um, Unfortunately, it does look like Levi's still having some mic issues, so we'll continue on. Let's move on to the Saints. I know you're really high on the Saints, Peters. What do you got for me?
Well, I'm not particularly high. I'm high on Tyler Shook, but I'm not high on the Saints. I have the Saints finishing last in the division at 7-10.
Uh, I have the Saints at last in the division at 6-11.
Okay, so kind of the
So
same mindset,
yeah,
like
we're
same
right
vein.
there. Oh,
Yeah,
I should mention. I forgot to mention with the Bucks. I actually have them sweeping the South. That's my hot
interesting.
take.
But
Yeah,
and that's the only reason why they win the division, like the South.
pretty much.
Nice.
They sweep the
Um,
division and win 3 extra games.
the Saints are a weak team. I can't get a gauge on them. Like they're not like
Yeah.
awful. Like I'm like last year, like everyone was expecting them to like, bottom out and be like a 4-win, 5-win team last year. But like they turn out to be like a pretty competitive team. I think Kellen Moore being the head coach down in New Orleans is actually going to pan up pretty well. I think again, like having Chris Olave back and having him still be a part of that wide receiver core is great for Tyler Shook. But I think overall, there's a lot of questions like, you know, obviously they brought in Travis Achan from Jacksonville over to uh the running back. So they brought basically 32, 33-year-old Alvin Kamara to be the ball handler. in
Yeah.
the backfield. But see again, again, I got questions at tight end. Offensive line is still a little bit shaky to me. The defense is just you want to talk about how bad that Tennessee defense is,
Yeah.
Aiden. New Orleans
Yeah.
might they might be down there with them because hey, all I know is back there for Saints fans, Bourbon Street's gonna be packed on Sundays for a lot of good reasons because there is not a lot of good things happening in defense for New Orleans.
Yeah, with the Saints, like, there are a couple of pieces I like on the defensive side of the ball, but not a lot. Like, there's not enough there to really make me believe in the defense. Offensively speaking, we kinda and you kinda hit on this in your point, like, they were kinda scrappy last year, you know? They were a little scrappy last year, found a way to get some things done. That's kinda why I have 'em at 6 and 11. I think they split with the division outside of the Bucks, obviously, who I have sweeping.
That's
Oh, Levi, you're there. I do think that they split with the division. I think they're gonna kinda play a little bit scrappy ball. I think they'll kind of find
Mhm.
their way into some wins, but there's not enough there for consistency's sake to really, really make me believe in them this year. So,
Yeah. I think it's kind of what it's going to be a lot from like last year, where again they're going to be scrappy. They're going to be in a lot of close games with some very good teams, but
yeah.
I don't think that they're going to be like boom. Like the Saints are going to be like everyone's got to look out for the Saints. Like I think and I think Tyler Shook's going to have a really good year this year. Chris Olave is I think going to finally have a QB where he's not going to have floating lob balls over the middle, and then
Yeah.
the safety comes out of nowhere and clocks Olave, and he's going to be out for 4 games with a concussion. That's happened the
Yeah.
last 2 years in fantasy, and it's low key ticking me off. So
Yeah.
Chris Olave, for the love of God, please, for my fantasy sake, please stay healthy because I can't
Yeah.
take it anymore. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Levi, you're back now. Congratulations. We
yeah, I'm
fixed,
back.
I
And I
guess,
need to say
our.
here, I need to
Oh, go
say
ahead.
you guys are crazy for disrespecting the Buccaneers. They're going to be first in the division. I have them winning 13 games. They're going 13-4, guys. I am flabbergasted by your guys' decision on that. Here's the thing. During the first half of the season, they were great last year. I don't know what happened at the second half. They had a collapse, something that should not have happened. I think they're fantastic. Baker Mayfield is in a great situation in Tampa Bay, Florida. You got Bucky Irving as your running back, still a fairly decent running back, if not like maybe top 15. In case you forgot, they got Emeka Egbuka last year, who had a stellar performance, and I don't remember if he actually won like rookie of the year, but the dude was on
He did
fire
not.
last year. Thank you. Okay. Well,
He did
either
not.
way, regardless, he was without a doubt one of the best wide receivers last year, and he had an incredible performance. They still have Chris Godwin. He's getting a bit older, but he still can play at a fairly decent level.
Chris
I think they have
Godwin off of was it ACL or Achilles injury? I forget
a
which one,
I can't
but just
remember.
Achilles.
keep that in mind.
But
Achilles.
yeah,
It's
so he will be
Achilles.
coming off of injury, but I still think they do have a pretty excellent wide receiver room. They still got K Dot in. Um, they just I don't know. They just looked like the Steelers in the second half of the season where they just had an absolute collapse and didn't know what the heck they were doing. I would disregard what happened last year as a fluke. Injuries, sure, those are going to happen, but I still do think that they are the best in the NFC South, the best that has to offer. I think they're 13-4. I think that's crazy. Peter, go ahead.
So when you were like off screen, did you take some edibles or something like that? Like
That's a great
when you were
question.
decided?
That's a great
Because
question.
my brother in Christ, I'm going to say this in the kindest way possible. Did you not watch the Buccaneers at all last year?
A great question.
I watched them in the first half, and I watched them in the second half.
Okay. Can I actually, Peter, if
Okay.
I may build on your point here, actually, I already know, like, let's just ask the hard question, right? Outside of listen, I have boom, boom, boom weeks 1 through 3 W's, right? Bengals, Browns, Vikings, easy W's. Should be nothing to sneeze at. I have them
Shout out to
sweeping the
Davis for
South,
the
which is
eating dubs.
six additional wins, right? That's their 6 additional wins. That's 9-8. Who are they beating outside of that? They're not beating the Chargers. They're certainly not
No,
beating the Rams.
I don't have them. I don't
They're
have them
not
beating
beating
the
the Packers.
Chargers. I don't have them beating the Chargers, the Rams, the Packers, and what was it? The Bears.
You think they're
Those
beating the Cowboys?
I think they'll beat the
Do
Cowboys.
you think they're gonna beat the Lions?
You
I think they have a pretty good chance. I think that's an underdog game for them. I think that's an underdog game, personally.
Lord help this
Hey,
man.
Aiden, I think I know the main reason why Levi had the Buccaneers going 13-4. You want to know why?
Why is that?
Baker Mayfield got that dog in him.
Like the dog in the dog pound from the Browns, like that dog, the dog that's in the dog pound, like the Baker.
Just imagine like we get the headshot of like
X-ray.
Baker Mayfield in the X-ray, and it's just like bulldog.
Yeah.
And, like that's
Yeah.
Mayfield's got that dog in him.
I think you got the wrong dog in his rib cage. I think it's more of a Chihuahua, like an ankle biter, not the.
Ooh, no. I condone that. Baker Mayfield, if you are watching this, I condone that comment. You
You don't
got
condone that comment.
I condone that comment because I believe that you got pit bull in you.
Or wait, no, you condemn that comment.
Hey, prove me wrong about Tampa this year. Prove me wrong.
Is it condemn or condone?
It's condemn. Condone would be like you support it essentially, or you're not against it.
I mean, Mayfield, I'm an idiot. I don't know the English language too well. Okay,
prove me wrong. Prove me wrong this year.
I condemn that comment. You got that pit bull. Go prove shut Aiden up. Go out and win an MVP at 8-9.
I wouldn't be against that. Truthfully, I just don't know how much I love Baker Mayfield anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I love Baker Mayfield. Legit that game last week, he hurt his ankle, and CJ Gardner-Johnson stood over him talking crap, and then Baker Mayfield
was tough.
Light switch, and he came out was like, "You want boy?" I'm just like, "Oh,
that was tough.
You're a psychopath, but you're a good psychopath."
And I know as a longtime fan, I hate the Browns. I do. But man, I hate them even more for getting rid of Baker Mayfield. I still think that it was one of the biggest mistakes that they made. They gave up on him after everything that he done for them. And so he was on a revenge tour. I know he didn't have a very successful career in Carolina, but this was his resurgence in Tampa. And if they can fix some things, stop the flukes, the injuries, I still think they'll be a phenomenal person. That's me. But prove me wrong. Now, what
was before we get into the Saints, because we were talking about the Saints when you were gone.
Yeah.
Can you give us per your AFC South rankings who you finishing first to last?
Yeah. So it was number 1 Texans at 13-4, 2 the Jaguars 13-4, Colts at 3rd at 12-5, and then 4th place Titans 5-12.
That is a winning division, which I'm kind of.
That is elite division. Okay, Levi, go ahead and give us your prediction for the Saints.
Yeah, Saints. I'm sorry, they're in a similar boat as the Titans. They're going 5-12 this year. Not going to be very successful. Personally to me, lots of trouble that they have there. Starting off, I mean, Tyler Shook, I just don't think he is the best quarterback. I think last year, I mean, his QBR, I think, was under 50% last year. I know that's not necessarily that's kind of average, but
50%. Are you completion percentage or are you talking about QBR?
No, it's QBR. It's QBR.
QBR isn't a percentage.
Sorry, what I meant to say is 40. It was 48.8. That was his QBR rating last year. But either way, I just don't have a lot of confidence in him. I already talked about with Chris Olave's situation with his extension. He's a great wide receiver, but there's just not a whole lot going on the Saints right now that he doesn't have the help he needs. Um, I do think there's just a bit of problems when it comes to their depth. Travis Etienne's still a great running back. Um, Devon Vell, wide receiver. I don't really think there's a lot going on right there. Um, defense is kind of all over the place, and the Saints really just they have a lot of work to do. They really have not been relevant since Drew Brees retired, and they had their whole situation with like I don't remember the name of the the guy who put his QB who was not normally a QB, but I'm thinking back
Taysom
to that
Hill.
situation. Taysom Hill, thank
No,
you.
Speaking
hey,
of
no
which,
longer on the
Taysom
team. Taysom
Hill. Yeah,
Hill.
I was gonna say, salute Taysom Hill. He deserves it. So, R.I.P.
Yeah.
He's not
Okay,
dead.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's
not
not
dead. He's
dead.
just
Yeah,
no longer on the team.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess with that said, we'll move on then to the Falcons, and I think this should be a really interesting one. So I'm actually going to take the lead on this if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Falcons, I have it 7-10. I don't trust Michael Penix. I certainly don't trust Tua. I love Bijan. I think he's a phenomenal running back. I don't think he can carry this team to a winning record, much less winning the division. Obviously, um, the big flags I really have with the Falcons kind of comes back to uh the defensive side of the ball outside of James Pierce Jr., who I like. AJ Terrell is solid, and Jesse Bates is probably arguably the best safety in the league. I think we
hmm
can all agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um Obviously Drake London's good. Uh but then it comes back to who's throwing them the ball. Like I don't love Michael Penix. I certainly don't love Tua again, like I said. And
Two
then
lefty
Kyle Pitts.
quarterbacks on the same roster.
Is it Kyle
The
Pitts?
concussion man himself.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts breakout year. Part 6 or whatever. What was he?
Ky-
18? Was he
the
drafted like
Kyle Pitts
18 or
train,
whatever? I don't
Kyle
know.
Pitts hype.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me look this up real fast. Kyle Pitts was selected in 2021, so this is his 5th year.
2021. Yeah. So Kyle Pitts breakout year part 5. He's got to go first overall any fantasy league. That's good fantasy advice. Make sure you pick him if you're
No,
1-1.
Please
terrible
take our
Make sure you
fantasy
fantasy
pick him.
advice.
Make sure you
Do
pick
not take
Kyle
his
Pitts.
fantasy advice. He has not won
I
the league yet.
I took Kyle Pitts last year. Not at
How'd that turn
1-1.
out?
Well,
How'd that turn out?
he was on my
It was
team.
good for a 3-week stretch, and then everything fell apart.
He was on my team, and then he wasn't on my team because I dropped him. So I'll let you be the judge. Anyways, Peter, what do you got for us, Peter? What do you got for us?
I have Atlanta finishing the division in 3rd place, tied with the Bucks at 8-9. I think the main reason why I have it is, again, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, I love like Drake London. I love when Kyle Pitts is like actually put in an offense where they can actually utilize his talents. Hashtag Arthur Smith. And then again, Bijan Robinson. I think Bijan Robinson is the very definition of Lamborghini stuck in the trailer park. He is amazing. He is wonderful.
Amen, brother.
He has done horrible things to me in fantasy because I had to face him multiple times, and I never want to have to face that again. But shout out to you, Bijan. You're absolute. But again, kind of like what Levi was saying, or not Levi, you were saying, Aiden. Tua, it's weird. Like, Tua's not awful. I think it's because like last year was horrifically bad because I think everything I mean just like fell apart so fast.
Yeah,
and it really I don't really blame him for anything for the fact that they just didn't build around him properly. They just like, gave him like all the tools, but they didn't give him nothing to protect him with. I think this is a much better offensive line. But obviously it's a question mark at QB. The defense is still, again, it's a defense where they got pieces, but
yeah,
I don't see the vision. Obviously James Pierce Jr., I think he did wasn't he the player that got into the off the field issues this past year? Or am I tripping on that?
Uh, I do not recall off the top of my head,
Can
unfortunately.
you look that up real fast? Because I don't want
Yeah,
to
I
sound
got
like
you.
I am talking ill on James Jr. Because I do remember there was an Atlanta Falcon that did get some off-field issue. But again, like I think again, like I think Kevin Stefanski being there, I think this team is just more so going off of what last year's what it was composed of. He's trying to build off of that.
Yeah, so
So
there
I
is
think Atlanta,
some there was an arrest that happened 4 months ago,
right.
if or 5
That's what I
months ago.
thought.
So, yeah,
But I
that's at
think
least from what I'm reading, so
overall, uh I think that there's gonna be like a very middle of the pack team the whole way through.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
The,
So for mine, I had them going. I had them going 7-10 as well. So, like you've said, you guys have pretty much kind of summed it up. But just to kind of give you my 2 cents. Tua, I'm sorry, you're a concussion guy, man, dude. I don't see you lasting around there. You should probably retire. There's not a lot going for you. You
you're
got Bijan.
you're acting like he's doing it to himself on purpose,
Bro,
and he's
I
not.
feel like he is. I don't know if this dude just
That's
realizes or
crazy.
not that like he
That's crazy.
literally is
You
going to
can't
probably
say
die
that.
out there.
You cannot say that. You can't say that.
This dude, I'm sorry, this
He's not out here getting concussions on purpose.
I know he's not, but man, he's getting there. It's crazy, and I don't want him to. I don't want to see a collapsed dude on the field, man. He's getting messed up in the brain.
Is
But
that supposed to be like a DeMar Hamlin reference?
oh, that's
Levi, you
crazy.
need Levi, do us a favor. Stop talking. Just stop talking. You're digging yourself a hole.
Anyways,
Bijan's great. Kyle Pitts, I'm here for the Kyle Pitts hype, but
Levi will be selecting Kyle Pitts 1-1, just so y'all know.
Kyle Pitts 1-1.
That's true. It's
Lastly,
gonna go. Yeah.
lastly, is the Carolina Panthers. I have them going 7-10, boys.
Do you care to explain why?
Oh, yeah. But so they had a great season last year, and I'm really not unhappy with the way they performed. Uh kind of looking particularly I'm kind of looking at their schedule, and there's just a lot more teams out there that I think are better than the Panthers. They got to open in Carolina against the Bears. I think the Bears are a phenomenal team. So I do have them.
Ethan.
Don't hype me up. Don't hype me up, Levi. Don't hype me
They're
up.
gonna
I
kick
don't
their
want to get
teeth
hurt.
in.
I have them losing
Bears
that,
are
but
gonna
a
kick
lot
their
of
teeth in.
big notable matchups. They're going to lose to them. They're going to lose to Detroit, Eagles, Packers, Broncos. I don't need to go through naming all of them, but I just think that their schedule is a little more difficult this year. That I just don't think there's a lot of promise for them because there are better teams out there than them. They're not. It's not like they're the greatest team. They're still kind of in the middle of the pack, but slightly above average. So I think Bryce Young is the future for the Panthers. I think he's a great quarterback. I like Chuba Hubbard as the running back. He was kind of one of my favorites last year. I believe I had him on my roster last year too. So I do like what they have going there. So it's not like they have a lot of problems. It's just simply to me, I just don't think they have the best schedule that is favoring them this year personally. So yeah, I think they only get 7 wins this season.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying
Or
this.
me to go.
Yeah, I can. Yep.
Oh, you
And
go.
yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually agree with Levi for once. I have the Panthers also at 7-10. I think that if you are a Panthers fan, you have a lot to look forward to. I actually really do like this Panthers team quite a bit. I like a lot of the pieces they have. I think I also think if you're a Panthers fan, you might as well not even watch this year. This is the worst draw I think you possibly could have had. Like, especially to build off how the end of the year was last year. Like, I just think they got such a tough schedule. They low key got shafted with this schedule. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I just don't think it's a favorable draw for them, and that's why I have them at 7-10. Otherwise, don't really have too many negatives for the Panthers. It all just comes back to the schedule.
I actually have the Panthers win the division at 9-8.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I can respect it.
and I think
Yeah.
the main reason why is because what makes the NFC South is like, I can see the potential losing maybe one of those games. So, but again, I think there's gonna be some like good like testing games that obviously they can like have. But like it's weird because like last year the Panthers played the Green Bay Packers and the Panthers won. Like there are those types of games where it's like that, or like the Broncos, for example, like they have them on schedule. Like the Broncos are kind of probably like almost like a double-digit favorite to win that game. But I wouldn't be shocked if the Panthers like somehow win that game because they are a muck it up type of team where it is like an absolute dogfight for 4 quarters. And we're talking like it's like 14-10, 17-10, like entering the fourth quarter. And then the Panthers just like that turn it on, and then they, take the lead, or they maintain, or they hold their lead that they have. Not to say that again, I'm not huge on Bryce Young, but I love Tedero McMillan. I think that he's an absolute stud. I think overall the team, again, there's nothing really about the offense that I'm like super high on. As long as like efficient enough to stay in games, I think they'll be fine. But
Yeah.
I think with the defense, I think that with Jalen Phillips and like them solidify the defensive front, I think they're more so building off of how decent that defense was last year and just continue to be able muck it up, make it low scoring enough to where we can still hang in it. And then like if we win by 3 points, we call it a day type of deal. So that's why I have them at 9-8. I think they're just gonna be that scrappy team where I think a lot of people are like they shouldn't belong here, but I think they'll be there to win the division.
Yeah, and I totally respect that. Like, what did you say what their record was?
9
He
and
said
8.
9-8.
Okay, yeah. See, that's still respectable. I mean, and obviously from what you guys had for the NFC South, particularly, you guys don't have them doing very well this season. They really haven't been very good past few seasons. So a 9-8 Panthers, I can't say I'm too surprised by that. But yeah, like I kind of had said, comes down to like the schedule. I don't think it's heavily in their favor. But I do still think they are at least decent enough that, despite me having the Bucks go 13-4, I do think that the Panthers could come back and go and win that division. It's just probably going to be a very pretty bad records. That division is probably going to be won off of a pretty bad record, in my opinion.
Except
So,
for the Bucks, who are gonna go 13-4
except for the Bucks.
somehow by some miracle. You ever
By
see them?
some
You know about the miracle
miracle.
on ice? Yeah, that's more like the
I guess
miracle
that's
in the
me.
NFC South because
Yeah, I guess that's me.
the miracle on 34th Street. No, the miracle on NFC South Street.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna like bring back that whole Super Bowl winning squad, like the ghost of all those players.
Yeah,
Just like come racing through the locker room and possess. Like
it's
Tom
gonna
Brady
be
will
like
come out and manifest
Field of
himself
Dreams.
inside Baker Mayfield.
It's
Yes.
gonna be Field of
Like,
Dreams. They're gonna bring they're gonna build a new stadium mid-season.
Yes, build it and they will come. It's like,
Yeah,
Tom Brady is like, Tom Brady's like, do you want to be on my TB12 diet?
yeah, literally.
Dude, okay. Did you see Tom Brady's new like brand that he put out?
No, what?
Dude, I think he has a brand out called Nut Juice.
Really?
Levi,
You know, I
I'm
think I
not
had saw.
lying. I
I
think
think I did see something. I thought I
Levi,
saw a
you
Tom
need
Brady
to
commercial not too long ago, but I think you're
for our
right.
people
Not be
watching this on
real.
YouTube. For our people watching this on YouTube, like you can throw a picture of like
It
that
cannot be real.
that juice brand that Tom Brady has. I think it's called Nut
Yeah,
Juice.
it's called Good Nut.
Oh, it's
Oh,
called Good
good
Night. Oh
night.
no, that's even worse.
Oh
That's even
no,
worse.
That's just
cooked.
not great at
It's
all.
an
Oh
it's an
no.
organic coconut water line. It's a type of water basically.
I just would like to point this out. The very first, one of the first things that popped up when I just looked this up. It's a Reddit thread. It says Tom Brady just dropped a coconut water called Good Nut, and then one of the comments is like, "Is Tom Brady's Good Nut any good? And then what are the best nuts for a non-nut liker?" Like, I mean, you can't make this up, man.
Oh
I
brother.
think he's got to fire the marketing team on that. That's
TB12
bad.
right there. TB12.
TB12 brand. He just like goes up to
That's his
Baker Mayfield
brand.
and the whole like Buccaneers squad. Just want to drink this.
We are not sponsored,
And
guys.
then
We are not sponsored by
and
Tom Brady's Good
not
Nut.
sponsored. Not sponsored. But
I would be sponsored by his
like
Good Nut.
okay, relax. Calm down.
Relax, kid.
No,
Calm
the drink,
down.
dude. The drink, bro. Chill out, bro. The drink,
So
bro.
so
Tom Brady, reach out,
to
bro.
sum
Calm
it up,
down.
guys. To sum it up, I had the first in division Bucks 13-4. In second place, Panthers 7-10. Third place, the Falcons at 7-10 as well. And in fourth place, the Saints at 5-12.
Yeah, I had the Bucks at 9-8 in first. Second and third, I had tied Falcons and Panthers at 7-10. Saints in last at 6-11.
Yeah, I had the Panthers division at 9-8. Atlanta and Tampa Bay tied for second at 8-9. New Orleans finished last at 7-10.